we're twinning
each other. Yes, this was very strange.
Yeah,
we look very similar.
I'm into it.
I know, I do. Okay, I'm into the fact that you own bees. I have bees on my property in Montana as well.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I originally put the bees at my dad's house because he's got a bigger piece of property.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I didn't ask him first, but I thought it was a nice gift.
You thought it was a nice gift?
Yeah, I thought that it was
the gift of honey.
The gift of honey,
there
exactly.
You go.
Anyway, long story short, he started wrongly accusing my bees of stinging people. And I knew that I was like, my bees would never do that. Anyway, he ended up kicking them off.
Sting. Okay.
He kicked them off the property, so they also had to leave.
Okay.
But then they found out later that there was a feral hive it was like underneath some leaves and people were stepping on it. And it was those bees that were stinging everyone.
Wrongly accused.
Wrongly accused, yeah.
The bee documentary to be made.
Yes. And so, you know what? Lionel doesn't get any more honey.
No more honey for you, Lionel. Get your own.
Get your own.
Go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
You're not getting this one. Okay, so wait, any other like non-traditional pets? Do you have any others?
That I currently have?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had everything from, I had a tarantula when I was little named Bambi.
Yeah. Named Bambi. You're so fun.
She's so sweet.
Okay.
I've had ferrets. I had a bearded dragon. I don't know if that's exotic or not,
cool.
but he unfortunately recently passed.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I have chickens. I have turtles. My turtles live with the chickens, which is so cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, wait. Do you have a chicken named Queen Latifah? Is that what
I do?
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
She's the queen of the coop.
She is the queen of the coop. Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
she knows it. She's the oldest one, and she really runs that coop. So.
Well, you're also a best-selling novelist. So, do you enjoy writing? Is that something you like?
Yeah. I mean, I did it when I was in my early 20s, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like creating story. I like writing in general.
Yeah, me too.
And they sold well. So are you a big reader?
I am a big reader. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard when you're a parent to find the time to do it, but yes, I love it as well.
I mean, my kids are a little bit older, so I'm able to. I like to wake up at 5:30 in the morning solely to be left alone. I like to be by myself.
This is a new thing I've started.
Yeah,
because somebody told me about it, and I was like, "That's the worst thing you can tell a musician. I'm never going to wake up at 5:30 a.m. That's not my time."
Yeah, I get that.
But since I started doing it, I have a life, and I'm happier because you have your time.
I have my time, and I can read or do nothing, which is really nice.
Drink tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever start a book club? I love books as much. Would you ever do that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty bad at doing things that I'm supposed to do.
Me too.
So I feel like, I don't know. I mean, reading is such a private and personal thing that I really like to enjoy.
Yeah.
And I know
you don't want to make it a job?
I don't want to make it a job.
Yeah. I'm like that as well.
Yeah.
Because my favorite thing to do, though, and it happened this morning downstairs at Cafe Grumpy, I ran into the same woman that I ran to before, and she had another book. And I always ask strangers, I'm like, what are you reading? Yeah. Just to get, like, outside perspective of what's going on in people's worlds. It's a fun way to get a book. Anyway.
It is. It is.
You should try it.
Yeah, you should all try it.
Yeah.
Well, I just finished the book James by Percival Everett, and I highly recommend. I think it's the best book of the year, and it's only April.
Amazing. And it's early in the year.
And it's early in the year, and I'm claiming it, yes.
I like it. Okay, I'll read it. Okay.
Yes.
Congrats on the movie.
Thank
and
you.
obviously, the original, we grew up with that one.
Yes.
So you had seen that one, right?
Oh, I am a diehard fan of the original. I've seen it no less than probably 1,000 times.
I know. There's like those certain movies, Goonies, like all those movies we all saw like multiple times when we were kids.
Yeah, I didn't even have to do a rewatch right before I started shooting it because
You're like,
I watch it regularly. Yeah, I'm like, I've got this.
It's embarrassing
Whenever
how
it's
many
on,
times I've seen it.
Yeah, it's cozy for me.
Well, for people that haven't seen it, what's the plot about?
The plot is that there is a family whose mom has to go away. This version, she has a nervous breakdown and she needs to go and have a mental...
Oh, so it's like a real life movie.
It's like real, yeah. It's very...
It's like reality.
Yeah,
okay.
totally. I'm like, I know that feeling. And they leave her with a babysitter who just drops dead in the middle of babysitting them, and they don't want to, they're protecting their mom, they don't want her to come home, and so they have to figure out how to survive this stint while their mom is away. And the older daughter, Tanya, has to get a job, and I play her kooky and insane, but very fun and sweet boss named Rose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever grow up babysitting? Were you that? I was not that kid.
So I babysat one time. I was a figure skater, and I babysat this girl who was younger than me, who was also a skater. And I thought we had the best time, but her mom never called me back. Which
you were like, I thought I killed it.
No, I really did. And I've only, I mean, obviously I've been asked this question now a lot since since I did this movie. And I haven't thought about it, but once I did, I was like, wait a minute, I never heard from her again.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she misses me.
But how long were you a figure skater? I didn't know that about you.
I was a figure skater most of my childhood. I stopped when I was 18, yeah.
When you
there
were
I am.
18,
yep.
So professionally, you did it. You
I did
competed.
it. It took over my entire life. Yes.
Wow.
No big deal. I was very good.
Okay, now that's amazing.
Yes.
I always wanted to be good, but I couldn't even like. It's amazing if I don't fall. Like that's my kind of thing. I can't do it. And
I really love it.
When you fall, it hurts.
It does hurt, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like your biggest trick you ever did? Do you remember? Like your thing?
Well, I've landed all of my doubles.
I look at her right now.
You know. Not a big deal.
Well, what I did was land on my doubles. I love you so much. So wait, is it true that figure skating actually got you into fashion?
It did, yes. I was skating around the time when Nancy Kerrigan was in the Olympics, and she had a dress, a black and white dress. It was a very big deal back then, and Vera Wang had designed it.
Yeah.
And I was, I was designing all of my competition costumes back then.
Yeah.
And I said to Edna, it was actually my dad's costume designer who used to make my competition outfits.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this Vera Wang, costume so much, and I want it to look like this and like this. And she was like, you should just come in the studio and start designing it yourself. And so that was my first introduction into just the concept of having something in your head and being able to bring it to life.
And like what an artist would love to do in the first place is to create because the whole performance, I imagine the song, everything goes into it.
The costume is a big part in, your performance.
Oh my God, I loved watching figure skating when I was a kid.
Same.
It's like my one memory I have with my grandmother. I don't have like any memory because I was never around her after that, but like, it's like the one thing I loved about it. And it's such a special thing, like figure skating. I feel like everybody always watches like as a family, one of those sports. But you added to the costumes in the new movie, right? Were they down
I did,
for that?
yes. I mean, I definitely had a hand in it, and we talked about, what we want Rose to look like, and we really went with this very strong color palette, and that was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool. Well, do your kids ever remind you, like I see my daughter, they're only 7 and 9, your kids are older, but sometimes my daughter will do something and I'm like, oh my God, that's me. Like, it's like, do you see yourself in your kids as they...
I don't know if I see myself in her, but when my kids are talking to me just about their overall life and the friends and just everything, I do very much remember what it was like to be a teen.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. It was dramatic and
everything is all-consuming.
Yeah, it's like having like Gossip Girl in your house, which is fun.
It's interesting. My girl, she's 9. She's about to be 10, but she's far more mature, I feel like, than I was at her age.
Yes, I do feel like,
what?
Yes, they are way more mature than I am now, possibly, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, she literally came and she was like, I don't really know how I feel about, when we had this conversation, I feel like, it made me feel like, and I was like, what?
I also know what they like and what they don't like, and they're like, this is not for me. And I was like, I always look at them, I'm like, you're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta say that about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
Yeah,
our kids are awesome.
We are.
Yes.
We're killing.
I just had this memory, and I just remembered. Was I in your kitchen with you and your mom in like?
Okay.
Me and Justin.
This was season 1.
I'm sorry. I just had this memory.
Yes.
And was it while you were taping that, or was it during after season 1 of American Idol?
It was season 1.
I was like, did I just make this
season
up?
1. No, you didn't. There was definitely like a moment where you were
in your kitchen.
You were hanging at my house a lot.
Yes.
Were you dating Justin?
I was dating Justin at the time.
So, and Justin
knows your family.
Knew my family.
Yes.
And so he was staying at our house. And so I think you even stayed there a few times.
I stayed the night at your mom's
house. Yes, it was a very big deal. I was like, oh my God,
I just remembered
this. Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini are staying at my house. And yes.
I love that my realization is happening
right now. Yes.
Not like when I was like researching doing that. Just it's happening right now.
Yeah.
I remember because your mother's so lovely, Brenda. Yeah, I remember being in our kitchen and She warned me about the industry. She was actually very kind.
She is. She's
I'm sorry, it's washing over me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
No, you definitely had, like, there was a stint. It was not just one day. Like, you were there for a while. Yeah.
Because he knew your family or something, and I was like, we're just gonna stay at these people's house, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I was excited because I was such an American Idol fan, so I was like, cool.
I love that this just washed over me. Oh my God. Look, I'm old. I'm like, it's 20-some years ago. Sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
We need to do so. I need coffee.